Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed, and we have finally returned back to Katawa Shoujo for my little break because of my PC. But who are we pursuing today? Well, that's probably within the title of this video already. She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't, yeah. Of course we face the wrath of goodness sake Shizune when it comes to this board game. Nah, should rather prefer if we're more bold in this. She is either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose, so I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread out my force and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. Shizune seems to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I could sacrifice my hold on continents just to gain more small countries. You know, like the little islands below, like Africa and South America and Australia. Those kind of islands. It's worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway. And Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump her fist in the air in celebration. Hi. I win, I win! Of course you won, for goodness sakes. There's no need to translate that. It was pretty clear from her actions. Don't look so sad, Hai-chan. You're really giving it your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough, though. Thanks. Though, if everyone knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. Thanks. Hai-chan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. Hai-chan is impressed. Thanks. The mark of great people is that they are daring, and that they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, Hai-chan? Is that great? That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There is no point to potential if we don't take the first step. There's no point to that if we don't keep going. I want to see more. Of course you want to see more, for goodness sakes. How dare you. You're right, Hai-chan, but that's so demanding. Demanding? Of what? Shizune leans forward, suddenly looking a lot less playful and more like the serious person I expected to be from the start. Yes. Hai-chan, would you like to castle? She really doesn't waste any time. She does not cut around corners. But it's only my second day of school, so I'm hesitant after committing to something so early. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. Exactly. But spending time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. Exactly. Of course not. I still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. Maybe I'll get back to you on it. It's a big commitment after all. Okay, Hai-chan. But I hope you're not just saying so that we don't feel bad. No, really. Really? Hai-chan, if you're going to say that, you're saying that it's definitely the truth and there can't be any mistaking it. I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing at the very least. And she goes back to that face. Shizune smiles at man in a mysterious way that feels like twisting the knife in the wound of my loss. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realise I spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. It's a very risky manoeuvre. So I think I have to go. I want to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. Is it closed yet? I hope it's not closed yet. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. Like right there. In front of you. That's right, in front of you. On the bottom right hand side of your screen. Unless you're watching this on mobile, then it should be right in front of you on the very top. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Hai-chan. We think the library's open. It's on the second floor, you can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks, it's okay. It's a miracle that we don't know where the library is anyways, because we stumble upon the most wonderful of gems. Bye-bye for now, thanks. This feels like an absolute betrayal to do this. I would never pick this in a million years if I didn't want to do this. But I'm going to pursue Shizune's route. Don't drag me into this. I'm sorry, Lily. I promise I'll make it up to you in another timeline. Why am I being dragged into this? Again, I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry with Lily, this has nothing to do with me. Now, wait just a second. Are you implying the president's more right in scolding me than yourself? Damn, I think I could have worded that better. No, I didn't know about that, but I mean, what are you saying, Hai-chan? It's just that I hardly think it's fair you can say that, seeing that I've helped you guys. The mood has changed. This is like a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before too, but this time Shizune's focus is on me, and so is Lily's, though she keeps quiet. I'm afraid I inadvertently peed her off. You did? Oh no, you saying I'm wrong? What a dangerous situation. It's too early to argue with you. Yes, I think it's unfair for you to get on my case. Hai-chan, you want too much, but you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Hai-chan. Shizune pushed her glass up with her thumb, almost approvingly. That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time I say, it'll really be because you are disappointing me like Miss Class Rep. So don't let this go to your head. Lee takes the jab silently. A venomous visage froze on her face. Class Rep, Sai-chan says, don't forget that report, please. I won't. Would that be all? Yep. Then good day to you all. Her voice would cut the air of the classroom into half, if it was more tangible. Goodness sakes, I would not want to choose that any day of the week, for goodness sakes. For goodness sakes, Shizune. Why am I doing this? Probably because I want to pursue the best girls last. Lily leaves the room, understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be as poised and calm as usual. Shizune really did go a little too far today. It's true, Sai-chan. Just a little. If I had been expecting Shizune to grudgingly admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond. Sai-chan thinks you should mind your own business. Hai-chan, we have a last few minute things to take care of before class. Might be late, so could you please cover for us? Yeah. Perfect. Yay. Okay. Thanks, Sai-chan. We've got two drawn-out people here. One with so much energy and the other one with energy, but just in a different way. They walk outside even though there are only 10 minutes left before a bell will ring, signaling the start of the class. How much of this is going to be the usual? Though some of this has been diverging from the main path or other routes of the game, but it's still a little bit unsure as to whether or not I've looked through this text already. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership, some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Maybe, for example, a little help? That's asking too much, is it? Yep. Help would be appreciated from students like you. What do you mean students like me? You're saying that not all students form under the same umbrella. If students would show their dedication, school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly... What do you mean you don't exactly need it? But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it, so it would be nice if someone would... hello? Who would it be? Hanako! I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Oh no, they're not playing Delinquent, for goodness sakes. They have a well, not great reason, but a straightforward reason as to why they're not within the class. And obviously Shizune probing is not going to help Haniko's case at any given point in time. Oh dear. Just backtracking a little bit in the game, I feel like this is necessary to enter Shizune's route about the choice that you have with two things. Number one is very early on in the game whether or not you want to ask about library, you want to ask about Shizune's deafness, or you want to state that everything is okay. I think stating that everything is okay is a good thing because it shows that these two are two very good tour guides around the school for Hisao's first few days at the school itself, but also as well, rather than reading a book or talking to Hanako, you select the choice of interrupting these two characters here and ask where they want to go for lunch. I'll take your word for it. What kind of place is it? A restaurant or something? It's a tea house, Hai-chan. A tea house? That sounds kind of fancy. And why are you looking at your wallet, Hi-chan? It's okay. If you don't have any money, we'll cover for you. That's really nice of you. Thanks. It's okay, Hi-chan. After all, we're friends, right? Hi-chan? It's only been 3 days. Are we really friends that quickly? If you have enough trust in a person, but obviously. But hearing that makes me happy. It's only for today, though, and only if you accept right now. Do you want to go, Hi-chan? I start wondering if this is some kind of trap. Is this Mrs. Suggestion or Shizune's? This is important. I'm still a little apprehensive about the possible motives of a girl whose favourite pastime is the game of world domination. No, I'm just being paranoid. Actually, they have grown on me already, and I do have to go down to town sometime, so why not now, with them? I've never actually been to a tea house before. All my expectations are from what I've seen about them on TV. But those are period dramas, and these are modern times. It might just be a regular cafe and we're just calling it a tea house exactly. Or maybe it is exotic. Either way, I'm curious about that too. So there's another reason for me to join them. Sure. That's great, Hi-chan. That's great. That's great. Yay. Misha hops up and down briefly to show how happy she is, which causes a few heads to turn towards us. Shizune opts for a polite, tiny clap that lasts for all but 2 seconds before she goes back to looking stoic as usual. As she does. Would it cue you to be a little happier, Shizune? Ouch. Oh, I wasn't aware that Hi-chan was a cane. Shizune pushes her glasses up as Misha delivers her message totally without sarcasm. I guess it would sting more if she could say it with the intent Shizune went behind it. So for once I'm happy to have Misha as a barrier between us. I'm not telling you to jump for joy just because I'm having lunch with you. I'm not that arrogant. She seems to accept this and we head for town with Shizune leading the way. Hell yeah. Watching her walk in front of me, I noticed that she walks very quickly, taking long, heavy, determined strides. We gotta get there quickly. Get the tea in, drink the tea, pay for it, and go back to student council duties. Maybe if we were travelling through a snowstorm, it would make sense to walk like that. But it's a perfectly clear day. It's not, it's raining and with possibility of thunder. Anyway, it makes me feel exhausted just watching. It's draining. Looks like I've never had enough sleep at all in my life. We arrive at a tea house in what Misha says is record time. I like it because of Shizune's blazing pace. I feel a little let down seeing that it's not a huge feudal era building with mats on the floor and women kimonos pouring the tea. Okay, that's putting things a little bit on for show when it comes to what you pre-expect out of things. It actually is more like a cafe as I thought. Not that it's a bad thing, looks very nice. And we're here earlier than we usually are within the game with Rin and Emmy. But this time we're not on Emmy and Rin's route. As I walk through the doors, someone zooms in front of us as if they had been lying there waiting the entire time. So, welcome, thank you for patronising this establishment. The top half of her body drops forward in a bow that looks like an axe chopping through wood. I'm surprised to see there's none other than Yuko the librarian. Hey, I didn't know you worked here. Yes I do. I'm a waitress. I've been working here for 1 year, 6 months, and 2 weeks now. Think of a choosing to come here? Is there anything I can do for you? Hello. Hi, Yu-chan. Hello. Misha, you both knew her too? Of course, Hi-chan. Yu-chan works in the library after all. I don't go there often myself, but Shai-chan knows her, and we both come here a lot, so it's like we see her all the time. Yes. Should I get you your usuals? And is there anything you would want? Please feel free to tell me at any time. You don't have to be so formal. We all know each other. Not that much at all. It's also pretty empty today, so she can afford to take it easy. I was hoping she would stop looking so nervous, but my words have the opposite effect. Sometimes when you try and say something with the intended effect, it deflects as something else. No, I'm a waitress. This is my job. I have to do it properly. And, okay. That works for Sai-chan. Yu-chan, please get Sai-chan what she usually gets. And I'll have some green tea with milk and honey. No pressure. pressure. Yes, but this is my job. There's always pressure. I'm sorry. I'm arguing with a customer. So it's... Just calm down. Just calm down. UK takes another 100-mile-per-hour bow. I decide to give up and join Shizune and Misha at table. The lords and wonders watching us today. As soon as I sit down, Yuko comes by looking even more upset than before. What have we done to cast her upsetness? I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I forgot to take your order. I'm not attentive to customers, that's not right. I'm sorry, is there anything I can do to make up for it? Please tell me. Some people will be like, I know a few things that you could do to make up for it. But I'm not one of those people. I'm a humble individual. Okay. That's actually quite sweet. It's okay, Yu-chan. I-chan didn't order anything, so it's not your fault. Don't be upset. It's true, I guess I should order now, but I don't really know what this place serves, and there doesn't seem to be a menu. Yeah, she's right. I'll have some coffee and... a sandwich, if you have one? Whichever sandwich you think is the best tasting one here, because Shizune is paying for... Okay, you don't have to be so bashful about it. Shizune frowns and gives me alternating looks of surprise, indignation, and bemusement, unable to decide between the three. Hi, Chan, just how much money do you have in your wallet? It can't be that little, right? Right? We should split the cost 3 ways to make it fair. Yeah, I won't accept anything else, indeed. We should all pay for what we have consumed anyway. Misha turns to Yuko, or purchase, I mean. Yu-chan, Sai-chan says she wants 3 of whatever is the most expensive item on the menu. No! Just kidding, Hi-chan. Okay. I think that the turkey sandwich is the most delicious sandwich, and it comes with free soup. A good employee would try to recommend the item that there is the most of, or the most expensive item, yeah, because of the money. Anyways, and am I bad at my job? No, you just need to calm down and look at things 1 step behind, rather than 3 steps forward trying to be all proactive and stuff like that. It's panicky. When you try and think of too much at once, it's not good. No, that sounds good. I'll have that and some coffee. Okay. You even ask her how you like your coffee. She comes back a few minutes later with our drinks and my sandwich. Shizune seems to be fine with just her tea, while Misha also ordered a parfait. I don't know why, because I can't imagine many other things that could go worse with tea. Oh well, I'll take a bite out of my sandwich. It's very good. Hi Chan, have you thought about oh my goodness sakes, this question again? But this could be a pivotal point. Huh? Because this is all before the Cold War part of the game. Don't talk with your mouth full, Hi-chan. I washed my food down with a sip of coffee, which is also surprisingly good, but now's not the time to remark on how this place is good food. You said you understood it was too early to expect me to make a decision this quickly. That was like 3 hours ago. And goodness sakes, you've had 3 hours to think about this. And, yes, obviously you have that playful kind of mood. A man should be decisive, Hi-chan. A person should be decisive. Don't you dare segregate the population 50 by 50. We'll have the same kind of... not the same kind of perspective, but the same kind of ability to choose no or yes. You really should join the student council, Hi-chan. Come on, it'll be fun. People always say, come on, it'll be fun, about things that are never, ever fun. Don't you believe me, Hi-chan? Is it Shizune saying that, or Misha? What a cute expression, but the effect is somewhat jarring, like she has split personalities. Hi-chan, that's depressing. We just want to spend time. Yes, of course, the student council is also spending time with your fellow peers, but there's also a big amount of responsibility for somebody who just joined the school with 3 days behind. Oh, was it 2 days? I can't remember now. That's right, Sai-chan. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yep, this is beneficial to everyone. It solves all our problems. What problems? Yeah, I also thought Hi-chan would appreciate it. That makes me sad. Sonny, I really feel left out. What are they talking about? It's rude to talk about someone without letting them in the conversation. Shizune adjusts her glasses, laughing to herself. Ah, but it's true, Hai-chan. And you would be helping us out. Membership has been really low this year. How low? Like there's only 2 of you. Ah, that's the secret, Hai-chan. Look, I'm just gonna come with it to you straight. There's only 2 of you in the student council. That's why you're so desperate for somebody else to join. And it just so happens that an anomaly like us who just joined the school a few days ago would be that anomaly to be able to help you out. No, I want to know how low it was. How low is low? Is it something like you can count the number of students on your fingers? Or one hand? Like, is that the kind of low that you're thinking? 5? Less than that. Lower? Well, no, not 0. But isn't important. What matters is that the number is low. And that is why we would appreciate you giving us a hand. Especially with the festival coming up so soon. And it looking to be a busy year ahead in general. So you're not going to answer my question. You're going to answer my question with a roundabout question. No. I sigh and straighten up in my chair. Try to look as defiant as possible because this seems like a big issue and I do not want to let it go that easily. I feel silly like a blowfish. Fine. At least tell me this. How many people are in the student council? Total. And I don't want decimals. Well, Hai-chan, we're definitely undermanned, but we have enough members to keep the job done. Yep. It's not just the 2 of you, is it? Hai-chan, that's funny. Shizune is not laughing. But it's definitely not just us. Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain that it isn't just the 2 of you? Yep. I stare at them both, trying to see if they will slip up and confirm my worst fears. Misha frowns, looking uncomfortable, but that is probably because I'm staring at her. Shizune, on the other hand, returns my gaze with one of her own. Maybe she is challenging me, peering at me over the rims of her glasses like that. So teasing and surprisingly immature, like a little girl beckoning someone to play with her. For goodness sakes, the sandcastle can wait! Hai-chan, your 2 cute student council representatives have been trying to make you feel welcome and are even treating you to lunch. You should show your gratitude by joining with council. Oh, for goodness sakes, lunch is one thing, but join a student council is an entirely different ball game in itself. Yeah, it would be great if you could just file some papers for us, and the festival's coming up, and we have to build some stalls for the games and food, just a few, so if you were there, it would be a lot easier for us. Us. As in, you two. As in just you two. Why can't you just spill the beans by saying that it's only you 2 within the council? That's all I'm asking for, is an answer to the original question. Please, Hai-chan, one interesting good cop, bad cop routine. I'll give it a shot, why not? Just a shot. Okay, I'll give it a trial run. It doesn't mean I'm joining or anything definite, just that I'll help out a little and then I'll see. And this makes us even for lunch. I'm not doing this because... wow. I'm not doing this because I want to. That's a bit of a blow there. I finish off the last of my sandwich, and this makes Misha notice for the first time in a while that she has a path rate. She starts digging in, Master Shizune's chagrin, because I can tell from the way she plays with her fingers she has a lot to say. Every time I look at Shizune, she looks back with such focus and intensity. This time is no exception. Her face is expressionless. Maybe she is thinking. Eventually it gives way a smile. And she signs something. And obviously I can't understand it at all. She has to know that. Then she does it again. A childish playfulness showing through the speed and energy of her gestures. And... Misha. What did she say? Misha looked up from her path rate torn between wants to help out and go back to eating. She does not. She did not get that at all. I'll try my best to make the same movements with my hands. No, don't try and do that if you don't know what that means, because you could be swearing for all we know. I come to realize quickly that this isn't very easy. Imagine doing this all day as your only means of communication. Sorry, Hai-chan, I can't tell you. Why not? Is it an insult? No, Hai-chan. I can't tell you because it means something nice. Something nicer? Well, we've gone back to the tea and food, so I guess this conversation is over for now. I don't really understand, but this makes me wish I could. Maybe I could even try learning sign language. The school might have courses for it. Would I really do that? I'll think about it as I finish the rest of my coffee. I wonder why I'd even be motivated to think about it. Because you're doing it for somebody else's, and as well, your own benefit. It's a symbiotic thing. When you learn something that helps other people out, and yourself out, that is what you call symbiotic. Doing something that benefits both parties of both yourself and others. I'm enjoying myself so much I don't even notice that we were supposed to be back in class 10 minutes ago. Even if I were to start heading back to school right now, it would take at least 30 minutes? Maybe I can't risk running fast with my conditions, so it would take at least that long to get there. Well, 10 minutes late as already as I am, it wouldn't matter even if I could teleport. Something wrong, Hai-chan? I just realized lunch break ended 10 minutes ago. It's only my third day and I'm already going to miss a class. And, yep, you're already late. Hey, that's not funny. So are you. And aren't you two in the student council? You're setting a bad example. Hai-chan is so moral. But Hai-chan is right. He is late for class, and it looks like you're cutting too, Hai-chan, because you're not making an effort to go. As your student council representatives, we're going to have to do something about this and make sure you're punished. You two are the worst, honestly. It's like politicians saying that they can do something which normal people can't do because they're politicians and they put themselves on a pedestal. The same thing here. A non-student council representative can't do something which a student council representative can do because of, well, name and self-proclaimed status. But you two dragged me out here. This is all your fault. Take responsibility. Hai-chan, we were just taking a prospective student council member out to try and recruit him. It's business, but you're not a member of the council, so that's no excuse. Yes, there is. That prospective student council member is clearly me. Yes, are you going to join? What does a man do here? Shizune realized her teacup haughtily, erased her teacup haughtily, and wagged her outstretched pinky finger up and down. And Hai-chan, if only you were a member of student council, but you could still join now. If you join now, you won't be in any trouble at all, and we'll be able to take many more nice exertions like this all the time. It'll be fun. I started to think that maybe this was all an elaborate setup leading to this moment. Maybe Shizune lured me out here, banking on the possibility that I'd lose track of time and be forced into the situation. Diabolical. Well, consider what I know of her, I should have been more on my guard, but to admit that I got myself into this, even slightly, would be unforgivable. I try to read Shizune's intentions in her eyes, but she just returns my stare blankly. Instantly, she takes a sip of tea, like she is mocking me. By the way, Hai-chan, I didn't plan this at all. Things just happened to work out this way. Yeah. Oh, goodness sakes, you remind me of somebody in another visual novel, Shizune. Somebody with green hair and a lab coat. I was almost about to drop my theory as paranoia, but this puts a new spin on things. I almost fell over in awe, so it really was an elaborate setup from the very beginning. All just to burn me and force me to join the student council. You look so nervous, Hai-chan. Did you really think we were tricking you this whole time? Yes. The more you say it, the more convincing that it is the opposite. You're saying that you're not tricking us, where in fact you keep tricking us. You're not? Hai-chan, you really thought? Misha frowns, looking heartbroken. Shizune quickly frowns as well, following her lead. How synchronized. Two are a perfect pair. They must be twins. Synchronized divers or swimmers. Shizune says she's flattered, Hai-chan, but doing that kind of thing would be a grossly inappropriate abuse of power and imposing on your free will, and it would be blackmail too. Shai-chan would never do anything like that. Never. D-O-U-P-T. I think about asking Misha, are you sure? But resist the urge to. Anyway, Hai-chan, what Shai-chan said is true. Since you're with us and we're doing student council work together, it's okay if we miss a class or two. It's not okay, Miss Student Council Representative. You're setting a bad example for other student council representatives like Lily. Not that this is a good excuse to do so, or one that should be used more than 3 times a month, or something that can or should be abused. So, we must definitely return to class eventually. Misha has way too much energy, like Emmy has way too much energy. Shizune waves Yuko over and points to her empty teacup, indicating that she wants another one, as Misha scrambles to finish her pathway so she can order something else. Maybe I should as well. I am still hungry, and the portions here on the little on the small side. Excuse me. Most importantly, Shizune is paying for everything. With that in mind, I asked Yuko for another sandwich. By the time we leave the tea shop, I've missed not just 1 but 2 classes. Ouch, Shizune and Misha seem content to let the whole day pass by, stalling for even more time by suggesting a tour of the town that turns out to cover a 2-block radius from where we start. Great. Eventually we do go back to school, and the rest of the day is business as usual. When class are over, Shizune and Misha packs their bags and leave the room before me. Come to think of it, this is the first day they left me alone. It's strange. I almost miss them. The room empties quickly, and I'm the last one out the door. Oh dear. And it's Shizune? Oh hi Shizune. A pair of hands from behind my eyes, followed by a sharp burst of laughter. Of course it's Misha. Hi Jane, guess who? Misha asks the question completely without sarcasm, meaning she doesn't think that I instantly knew it was her for many obvious reasons. I wonder who it could be. Well, it's definitely not Misha. Haha, it is. Hi there. Misha swings around and stands in front of me beside Shizune. And, hi Chan, are you busy right now? Busy going to my room, yeah. See, oh my god, that is ditching them. And of course, I try to make a break for it, but Shizune is too agile to get past. As someone who used to play soccer, this is embarrassing. Casually, you play soccer, but not professionally. Not to mention that this behavior is drawing some odd looks. I should just quit while I'm ahead. Hi Chan, could you please go upstairs and get a few things for us from the art room? Why me? Shai-chan thinks that if the art teacher sees us, he will say hi and she doesn't like him. Ignore him. She tried, but even though Shai-chan is deaf, he'll try to say hi anyway. Run away? And of course Shizune would do that. I never run! A tone of finality is so strong that I could pick it up even through Misha. I could see there is no pursuing this further with Shizune. Misha, why can't you get them? Stairs make me... Making up more excuses, are we? You climb the stairs every day to get to home classroom. Shizune nods as if to confirm it. Please, Hai-chan. We need these things to build stalls for the festival, and you said you would help out a little, right? Right? I really shouldn't, but I guess just this once would be alright. Okay. And of course, Shizune's mood changed. That's great, Hai-chan. Thank you. This is what we need. Okay, she holds out a piece of paper for me to take. I'm sure this list was made by Shizune. It's handwriting, but each letter is perfectly formed and uniform, as if it were typed. Not just that, but it's exhaustively detailed, complete with numbers, bullet points, and even little checkboxes. What it boils down to is that she wants paint, paintbrushes, poster board, and an easel. just different types and specific numbers of each. I wonder how I'm going to carry all this stuff down the stairs without breaking my neck or my mentality. The classrooms close to ours are designated belonging to classroom 3132 on the right side, 34 and on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. Hello? Anybody in here? But Hai-chan is not useless, right? Right? He said so himself. I can see where this girl do not want any part of it. Not after that experience yesterday. Yesterday, like the tea room stuff, or the... Actually, it just happened with the Lily-related stuff. Well, good luck with your preparations. I start packing my bag, ready to make a break for the exit, but... Unfortunately, I'm all the way on the other side of the room. And of course, you have to get past these two. The short distance to the doorway seems like a vast no man's land to me now. And... Shizune and Misha both start maneuvering slowly in front of me, cutting off my route of escape in an unsettling, cautious way that makes me think of ship-to-ship combat. I think Sai-chan is saying that you should help her, Sai-chan. Gee, I wouldn't know. She's so subtle. But that's the intent, so please. I can't keep up. We have to actually build stalls for the festival. Almost all of them all by ourselves. Can you believe that? Hammering boards together over and over again for hours, it's really hard. I'm so used to it, I was doing swinging motions in class, and I didn't even know it. She bangs her desk a few times, imitating hammer blows, but it seems more like a route rather than being stuck on a band ending with Kenji on the rooftop. It's so repetitive, I can't stand it. And yesterday, I actually hammered all those boards on top of each other. It was just a stack of boards all nailed together, and then I had to take it apart and do it over again. I got yelled at and laughed at. So... She clams a hand down on my shoulder and grins, quickly running her tongue across her teeth mischievously. Do you have any plans for today, Hai-chan? Yes, I've got to go see my parents at the hospital today because unfortunately one of them has fallen ill. I have to go to the library after that because I forgot to... give some books back and which have been overdue, and I haven't had anything to eat yet, so after we've done all that, then we'll have dinner. I wonder if you do. Sure, I have plans. Really? You're going to help us, right? I notice her hands are moving constantly. She's signing everything we both say so that Shizune can understand. Shizune's been somewhat quiet today. She's so angry. Well, probably at least a bit. I can see it in her eyes. But this could also just be another way of trying to guilt me into lending her a hand. I have to find a way out of this. Hey, I should go now. To the library. You know. Homework. I should get going, shouldn't I? I have to be diligent because I'm a new student. So I have to make a good first impression, right? Yeah. See you later then. Oh, goodness sakes, again, Shizune! I turned to bolt for the door, but Shizune is blocking my path, her arms crossed over her chest and a stern expression on her face. This is not boring whatsoever, this is entertaining in its own right. She wags her finger tauntingly and begins to sign to Misha with the manner of a squad leader giving directions to his fellow soldiers. It didn't seem like you were in any rush to get to the library, Hai-chan. That's right, Sai-chan. It does seem like he was probably going to slack off for the rest of the day. You're surrounded. Let's go to the student council room. She lets out a chuckle and then breaks into laughter. I'm sorry, Hai-chan, I feel bad, but this works out for everyone, right? That's right, Sai-chan. Yes, that's a good point too. Yes, this is beneficial to everyone. It solves all our problems. I wonder where I heard this before. At the tea room, I suspect. Yeah. I also thought he'd be more supportive of our efforts. They pull themselves closer as if they're about to pounce. Hey guys, 2-on-1 isn't very fair, is it? She keeps looking forward, impassive, then gives a sinister smile. Come on, we have a lot of work to do. Let's go to the student council room. Gee, I don't know. Misha laughs. Deja vu? She talks before letting out another laugh. Don't know how to pronounce that word correctly. You know, my horoscope said it'd be a good day for me today. Yep, that's probably what you said every day for the past week or century. Who knows how long Misha's been living? What? And now that you're going to help... Shizune sighs quickly to her. Right, I mean, now that you've decided to help us completely on your own free will, I'll be able to take it easy. Lucky, huh? I open mouth to say something, but realise there's no point. I refocus on trying to think of a way out of this. No, their actions are clearly deliberate. There's no sense in attempting to reason with them. Yeah, absolutely. It's a 2-on-1 situation. You can't reason with madmen. I frown but don't even notice my discontent, further proving my suspicions. They seem pretty relaxed now. I guess they think they've already won, so they're letting their guard down. That's kind of arrogant. They pass forward in front of me as they move through the doorway, and I stealthily walk backwards back into the classroom as they step into the hallway, turning towards the stairwell. I let out a sigh of relief and quickly pack the rest of my stuff so I can make my escape. The classroom door slams shut. Great. I'm just getting my belongings, thank you very much. You don't have to make that face towards me. Either of yous. That wasn't very nice, eh? You really got us good, though, didn't he, Sai-chan? Right. What was that about? I thought you said you'd help us. And then you bailed on us? And you thought you would get away with it, didn't you? The indignation expression vanishes and she begins to laugh hysterically, calming down only after an aggravated look from Shizune. Oh, yeah, you thought you could get away with it? But a criminal always returns to the scene of a crime. Oh, I'm just getting my bags, for goodness sakes. What's wrong with getting one's personal belongings from a class so we can go to their next destination? That also includes a student council, by the way. I didn't even manage to leave the classroom in the first place. No, wait, I didn't even agree to help in the first place. Not very bright, are you, criminal? Thinking just shirk your duties like that. Hello, Hai-chan. Do what's even lower. Putting on duties for somebody else who didn't even agree to have those duties in the first place. I'm a criminal? What did I do? What's the charge? What am I guilty of? Judge Shai-chan. That's for the court to decide, criminal. I don't think we have to tell you that. For what? Besides, you're the criminal here. You know what you did. What did we do? Have you ever read The Trial by Kafka? No, what's that, Hai-chan? What does it have to do with this? I read it a few months ago. It's about those people who run a kangaroo court on a guy who just wants to live his life. They refuse to leave him alone and he can't fight the power. Hai-chan, what does that have to do with anything? Hey, what does that mean? She turns back to me after sighing back and forth for a lengthy amount of time. You know, we're both a little disappointed in you. You let us down, Hisao. Drops the ball. Left us hanging out in the cold. Is there any way to treat a person? To run away from your responsibilities, to abandon your comrades? And not your comrades in the first place. We think you owe it to us to honor your commitment. What? But I didn't commit to anything. My breathing catches in my throat and I momentarily start choking. That's not true, Hai-chan. You said you are not useless. You definitely said it, yes. Definitely. We're calling you on those words now. You better prepare to show you are not a useless guy. Your honor would be sought forever if you try to get out of this. So for the rest of the day, we are going to hang out together, just the three of us, and work hard. You can't fool us. You should be happy. You're doing your school great service. Ask not what your school can do for you, but what you can do for your school. Laughter. How depressing. Cheer up, Hai-chan. That book we mentioned earlier about how a person just wants to live his life but is tormented by those who self-proclaim themselves as higher-ups. She slaps me hard across the back with enough strength to knock the air out of my lungs I gasped to breathe. Besides, aren't you happy to get to spend the day with 2 girls? I guess they are right. I did blurt those words out. Accepting my fate, I followed him to the student council room. Again. And hammer a final nail into the store. It took all of the afternoon and dinner time is nearly over, but it is done now. Shizune pulls out a roll of measuring tape and a small level, and inspects it thoroughly. She smiles, looking pleased, then motions for Misha to come over. And she says she did a very good job. In fact, you might actually have a gift for this. What, allowing us to go away from our responsibilities 5 minutes earlier than usual? Well, I'm impressed too, and that was fast. Have you done this before? No, I'm just very motivated to get out of this classroom as fast as possible. That's my motivation. No, never. Never before. And I never will again. Well, our quota for the day is 6 stalls. In a few minutes, me and Sai-chan should finish this one. That means 4 more to go. We're making good time, she says. Isn't this great fun? What? I could think of a million things I'd rather do, but I suppose everyone has to do their share for the festival, even me. You're both lucky that I'm helping you two out. If I really didn't want to, I could have gotten out of it easily. You tried to. Really, Hai-chan? Sai-chan thinks you are just running your mouth. Japanese people have no flight or fight reflex. Everyone has a fight or flight reflex, regardless of your nationality. Like, that's another reason why you're my least favorite Shizune. Like, putting particular nationalities under a umbrella. That's no good whatsoever. Shizune tensed her fingers deviously. Definitely. If you really want to escape, you would have taken immediate action. That is how you know someone is serious, when they have no doubts, no regrets, no something. No turning back. Maybe it was a bad idea to tell you that, since now Hai-chan knows what to do next time. But just the fact that she is alright with telling me this shows me that she doubts I'll be able to act on it. But it only makes me want to do it more, and I almost want the opportunity to do so to arise again, but if that happens, she might get me again somehow. Shizune is happy now. She is happy now. And it's in the evening. Much later in the evening, we're looking at 6 completed stalls, half a dozen. With the pride of the job well done, we sit back and admire the fruits of our labour, not sharing a word between us, just admiring. I realise I'm feeling quite thirsty. Hey, isn't there a vending machine out in the hall? They're on all day, right? Yeah, the drinks are very cheap too. We should get something from there on days like this. I dig around in my pocket and find a single 100 yen coin. Is this enough? I'm feeling kind of thirsty. 100 yen? You can get any drink in that machine with that. That's good. That's very good then. And... wait a second. What is it, Sai-chan? Do you want him to get you a drink too? Hai-chan, you really helped us out today. So today, Sai-chan will treat you. Hey, what about me? What would you like? I'm feeling thirsty myself. So am I. I don't know anything. Sorry, I don't know. Anything is fine. I guess the melon soda? Soda, sorry. Hey, wait, Sai-chan, I also want a drink. Aww. You know, it's times like this, but I think she's just teasing me. That's probably it. I'm sure she'll get you something, right? Yeah, she usually does, but you never know. And how many? 2 melon sodas and a can of fruit juice. I'm guessing Shizune also has the melon soda. She hands me one of the cans, and the other two. Oh, she has the fruit juice then. Thanks, Sai-chan. I had total faith you'd get me one. I knew I could count on you. But how did you know this was what I wanted? I usually get something else. I just read it on your face when when Hisao mentioned the words melon soda. What? You knew I'd want to try it? And that I'd like these kind of childish things? Fine. I gesture my face to Shizune, who smiles and nods. Hey, Hai-chan? Yes? We've been spending a lot of time together, already in such a short time. We've done so much. We should both stop beating around the bush. What I'm trying to say is... It sounds a lot like she's going to ask me out, but that can't be it. Nevertheless, my heart is beating like a jackhammer. Damn, this reminds me of another similar scene earlier this year. Don't remark on it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about the condition. I try to say so, but my brain can't decide whether to stop her or to tell her to continue. I feel myself blushing all the way to the ears. What I'm trying to say is... What does one do to escape from this? Honest to goodness sakes, what does one do to escape from this torment? Ah, what a disappointment. Did you think she wanted to ask you out, Hai-chan? No. I feel very embarrassed right now. I can feel myself getting even redder in the face. Shizune also tries to hide her blush after the mistress translates, and then puts a few sheets of paper in front of me. So how about it? All the paperwork is right here. And you are sitting down anyway. You look very at home here. Drinks and everything. What do you say? She quiets down a little and asks again a little more solemnly. Hai-chan, what do you say? You don't exactly hate this, right? But I'm not saying that I exactly like it either. I'm more than a little surprised by this sudden change of tone and route. I don't really know how to react to it at all. What the hell am I supposed to do here? For one thing, she isn't shouting uproariously with no regard for tact. Before, I'm sure she knew already, but I was going to say no. This time, she seems actually serious. I think maybe you should join. Not just because we could use your help, but, well, you're hanging out with us anyway. Oh yeah, symbiotic like I said earlier. I think Sai-chan would like it if you would join as well. It's not like you hate us or anything, right? It wouldn't hurt if you joined, and I'd appreciate it if you would. She seems to have a hard time getting her words out, which is strange for someone talkative like Misha. Or Shizune. For some reason, I'm almost troubled by it. My eyes drift over to Shizune, who stares back at me tentatively, absent-mindedly. Clean her fingernails. If you don't want to join, I promise we won't ask again, but if you did, we would be really happy. Both Shizune and Misha seem to be unable to look at me in the eye. I can't lie. Before I've been around two such people, it's something that I couldn't possibly pass up. I'm not looking forward to this kind of work every day, but there should be less after the festival. At least, I hope so. Alright, I guess it can't hurt, so why not? You should say yes rather than why not. And... wonderful, wonderful, Shizune tenses her fingers in satisfaction. She'll fill everything out, Hai-chan. Congratulations, you're officially a member of the student council now. So, bronze position then. Great. I'm not looking forward to a lot of work. To be honest, I've never done any student council activities before. But maybe it'll be a positive experience. With a question mark, you should be positive about this. Not just saying positive, but being positive. Miss starts to clap, laughing exuberantly as she does. Congratulations, Hai-chan. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, I get the message. I can't help but smile, finding such a display childishly cute. The student council is always busy, you know, but for today we're done. See you tomorrow, Hai-chan. We still have work left, so we'll be counting on you. Thanks. I leave the room feeling totally wiped out. The grounds are totally deserted, and the school looks pretty ominous with slate. The council office is the only window with lights on it anymore. Is this what the student council will be like? My body might not be able to take it. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. This is mentally exhausting, not physically exhausting like running with Emmy is. Oh. At the noise, Kenji disappears into his room like a ninja, slamming the door shut just as Shizune and Misha walk over. This is the first time these two are within a boys' dormitory. And actually, how do they know that we live here anyways? We haven't exactly told them. Slamming the door shut just as Shizune and Misha walk over, the former taking small efficient steps towards me, while the latter more or less bounces off the wall, of course. I try to do the same as Kenji, but it's too late. Misha puts her foot between my door to prevent me closing it, so I've no other choice but to let them in. Great! This scenario again. Hi, Hai-chan! Hi! Hi. What are you two doing here? I wonder if the pause between those two sentences was politely long enough. Hai-chan, that's rude. We came to pick you up. Did you think we thought you were going to escape and came to make sure you didn't? Surely not, Hai-chan. Hey, I didn't say that that's what you were here for, but now I know it's exactly what they are here for. It's time for student council work. Yes, it is. Aren't you happy, Hai-chan? To be able to help the whole school, you are like a hero. The future generations will tell stories of this day. Okay, there's pessimist, which this isn't, and then there's overly optimistic like Misha is. Interesting. I didn't think joining the student council would be a heroic deed worthy of Hercules. Well, I guess I did promise so. I've neglected Shizune, and now only do I notice... do I notice her in the corner of my vision, peering around my room over my shoulder, her analytical eyes darting from object to object. This is kind of intrusive. The thing of an exposed grows in my manhood. Luckily, I don't have dirty laundry on the floor or anything like that. Huh? What is it, Sue-chan? Yeah, if this is Hai-chan's room, we haven't seen it before. I didn't even realize. It's kind of plain, but Hai-chan hasn't had time to decorate it yet. Isn't that so? What are those? She points at my collection of medications on the night table. Kick him out of my room. What does one do here? I think the more polite option would be to not kick them out of my room, but just dodge the subject. But I really don't know about this ordeal. Somehow I get that kick him out is rude and will follow us onto the Kenji ending. Try to dodge the subject. It's nothing. I quickly step in front of him, trying to hide the stuff behind my back. Shizune takes a step back, looking suspicious, but it's an expression not without concern. I hope if I avoid it, she'll understand, but I don't want her to keep prodding me about it. Really? What are you hiding, Hai-chan? Nothing. Is that so? I realise I can't really squirm my way out of this. They are nosy by nature, and hiding it is just going to pique their curiosity more. Yeah, okay, it is something, but I really don't want to talk about it, okay? Not yet. Can we just put this aside for now? As Misha translates, Shizune stares at me hard with her eyes, focused and analytical as ever, peering me curiously over the rim of her glasses. Her fingers press against each other thoughtfully, as if she's weighing the value of pursuing this further than necessary against the insult of disrespecting my wish. Her expression finally melts into a slight smile as she signs something to Misha. Okay, then we'll wait and become better and better friends, and one day when you feel like it, you can tell us about it. Both of them smile widely at me. I feel shocked and a little stupid about being like this. We are not stupid, and probably can at least halfway guess what's going on with me, and Such simple, kind words. I feel relieved that they don't think any worse of me. Even if I'm like this. Even if I'm not like the rest here. Even I can't be at ease about it. Seems that behind the obnoxious, mischievous acts, both these girls are really kind and good people. That's what I think. Are you sure? Thanks! So, you want me to help you out today, right? Since I'm one of you now. Yep. After class? No, now. Now? What about class? You're going to skip again? It's for the common good, so we sacrifice our math lessons and maybe the social studies too. Well, I guess I'm fine with it. After all, we're good with the exams anyways. Awesome, Hai-chan. You said okay, remember, I'm fine with helping out. That's what you said, right? Yeah, that tone. I suddenly regret saying it. Okay, are you ready to go then? We can go to the office together. No, you're probably going to make me carry all your stuff for you or something. Don't be silly, Hai-chan. We've never walked to school together, Hai-chan. I almost want to ask why we would, but then it dawns on me. But both of them consider me their friend, like Misha said before, and they want to become better friends with me even. It's weird. I never really thought about them that way, or any of the people I've met so far this week. Is it really so easy? Just like that? Okay, let's go then. Shizune grins craftily and puts her hands behind her back. That's great, Ai-chan. Okay, but first, you have a really great idea. Sai-chan liked it a lot. So, it's time for a game. Oh no. Sai-chan is holding out a 1,000-yen note in one hand, Hai-chan. If you guess which one, you can have it. If you don't, you're carrying all our books to school, right, Sai-chan? Right? She and Shizune exchanges nods. Okay, Hai-chan, get ready. Great, I feel like we've lost the bet. Carrying 3 bags instead of 1, I think about the day that's ahead of me. Of us. I can see students walking back and forth through the courtyard, probably in preparation of their own projects. The festival is practically here. That means there are only 2 possible reasons that my help is required. Either there is only a small amount of work left, and they just want a helping hand to wrap up the mundane file checks they are obligated to do, or there is a ton of work left, and Shizune is putting on a calm face as a torrent of built-up procrastinated work threatens to kill us all. Once inside the office, I look around to see if it's deserted. I guess this means there isn't a lot of work left, huh? Since there's no one here and all. It's always like this, Hai-chan. This confirms what I thought before, but have never actually been able to confirm definitely. Shizune and Misha are the student council. The whole student council. Damn, so it's true. The student council is really only you 2. What do you mean there's 3, if you think about it? That face. That is a face I've never seen before from goddamn Shizune. It's almost like we already knew. Shizune looks as though she's stuck wondering whether to be ashamed or explode with anger. And Misha is equally divided between laughing and trying to stop her. Well then, Hai-chan, you'll be happy to know that since it's just us 3, we have a lot to do. A lot. That does not make me happy. But it seems to make Shizune very happy. Just kidding. The work turns out to be sorting and double-checking the considerable amount of paperwork necessary for an event such as the school festival to get done. Bureaucracy is a mind-boggling thing, but we managed to finish it just when the lunch bell rings. Okay, now that we're done, we can relax a little, but not too much. We have lots more to do in the afternoon. I'm gonna miss all my studies at this point. It's actually not that much work, Hai-chan, so we can afford to enjoy a little lunch first. The 2 of them produce a small array of plastic containers seemingly out of thin air. It's chicken cutlet with tomatoes and soybean sprouts. Doesn't it sound delicious, Hai-chan? It was just made this morning. So you're saying that they are all pulled out from wherever they come from this morning, and the chicken was freshly killed this morning and prepared into a sandwich. Or this meal, sorry. I'm really forgetful, I do apologise. It was just made this morning. It's still warm, so eat, eat, eat. I took one of the containers and opened it. It looks nice. It certainly smells good. The fact that I'm really hungry adds to that even more. Yep, food tastes nicer when you're hungry. Wow, this looks great. Where did you get this? That isn't important, Hai-chan. There was supposed to be a stall selling lunchboxes, but the girl who was to run it suddenly said she couldn't do it. Sai-chan said, "What a waste. It was a lot of work to trick Hai-chan to make..." Hey, what the hell? So, Sai-chan wanted to see if she could do it, but then decided not to. Right, Sai-chan? Shizune sulks angrily, shooting Misha a displeased look. I don't think I was supposed to hear that story. This is your test food? I'm eating it too, Hai-chan. And Shizune is too. That doesn't answer the question. Nevertheless, I split a pair of chopsticks Shizune offers me, pick up a piece of cutlet, and pop it into my mouth. Never judge a book by its cover, after all, for goodness sakes. Surprisingly good. Shizune puts her chopsticks down to sign courtly towards Misha, who gulps down her cutlet and with noticeable difficulty in order to speak for her. Hai-chan, don't talk with food in your mouth. It's not like I'm enjoying doing it. Anyway, how motherly to show that kind of concern. You can't even eat right, Hai-chan. That's all it is. It's a stalemate. I can't eat in order to talk to Shizune, who can't eat in order to chastise me for eating the wrong way. Misha, caught in between, is in the same situation, and looks the most disheartened by how this is going. Either way, our food is getting colder by the second, and it wasn't piping hot to start with. Whether this was going, it dies down pretty fast once we all realise that, and we eat. After a while the bell rings, but Misha makes no attempts to tell Shizune, so I'm sure they're planning to skip class and spend the rest of the day in here again. Oh dear. Hai-chan, do you have any plans for the festival? No, not really. After all, I've only been here a week. What could I set up in that time? Hai-chan, you helped us out so much. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. We're serious. Okay, the two of them seem to get indignant over the strangest things. You're going through, right? Hai-chan, you should at least see what we've accomplished. Everyone should be able to look at what they have done so they can fully understand their work. That's my belief. You're no exception. Hai-chan, you should definitely go. If you don't have anything planned, then maybe we could even go together. That's a great idea. I've got a sneeze building. The worst thing about sneeze is that when they're building up inside, but they're not fully be able to be spurted out. Do you need a hand? Is there anything you need help with? I'm fine with sticking around, sorry. I feel much more at ease than I did earlier. My previous concerns and fears long gone. I'd forgotten about this morning's trouble entirely until now. Having fun with Shizune like this. And Misha, don't you dare forget about her. Having fun with Shizune and Misha. It seems like an unfamiliar concept to think of, but looking back on it, I've really enjoyed the moments I've spent with Shizune and Misha these past few days, in spite of everything else. In spite of being asked at least 10 different times if we're going to join the student council or not. If we might be going together, then maybe I can afford to stick around a little longer. And I guess it beats class. Really, Hai-chan? Okay, we can't consider this you repaying us with a free lunch. Great. This is great. Really, really great. Shai-chan was hoping to bring this up again later anyway. That's not a free lunch at all. Normally I would be angry, or at least slightly unsettled, but my mood has improved from earlier on, so I'll let it slide. Half the amount turns out to consist mostly of stamping forms and make what seems like 10,000 copies apiece of 50 different budget reports. It's not hard, but very boring. It's what you would call monotonous, doing lots of the same thing. You know exactly what to do, but for goodness sakes, it is so boring. According to Misha, the simplest of the tasks they deal with. I feel myself getting more and more tired, and with that, less eager to return to class. This is especially bad because the more time I spend out of class, the harder it seems to just get up and go back. These two, they're a terrible influence, terrible role models. Not that it bothers me all that much, and I'm sure no one looks up to them, but it's the principle of Thane. Done! Ah, that was fast. I'll be finished before this period's over, I think. No, Hai-chan, everything is done. So you're done too. That doesn't make any sense. Are you telling me this is all arbitrary, and you've been keeping me here for the hell of it? No. But we have kept you long enough. You should go back to class, Hai-chan. You can still make it for most of this period. What about you? Of course we're coming too. Of course. We'll be right behind you. We're sure to start heading back to class, but the period is almost halfway over, so I start thinking it would be pointless halfway there and pass the difference between this class and the next, drinking juice in the hallway. I keep an eye on the door to the student council room, but it doesn't open. What's taking them so long? Are they busy wrapping up my share of the work? Well, it shouldn't take so long, unless there's more and they just wanted me to leave. I feel like there's more of a personal reason as to why they want you to leave. And it's something about the fact of having only the same gender in the classroom. Anyways, the more I think about it, the likelier it seems. Shizune is, well, not an idiot, but clearly she's unable to just come out with things. Maybe it's because she can't talk, so it's harder for her. She has Misha, but all in all, as easy as they make it look, there's still a difference between casual speak and sign language. I contemplate going back there to check on them, but the bell rings and I have to go to class. They join me a few minutes later, and the thoughts I had in my mind before slip away in the routine of the school life. Great. By the time I remember, the school is over for the day and I'm too tired to do anything but go home, do my homework, and then go to sleep. Do we know what the homework we need to do is, for goodness sakes? Next day dawns. Somebody is knocking our door. At 5 minutes past 8, an unbelievably loud bang jolts me awake. It's coming from outside my door. Well, hi there. Quickly, I open the door to see Shizune and Misha standing side by side before me. Both of them look a little worn out, although it's more noticeable on Misha. Which one of you knocked? I ask, echoing the question that must be on the mind of everyone in the entire building. That's not important, Hai-chan. Obviously the one that comes equipped with more energy, Misha. She quickly dismisses it without even batting an eyelid. Oh, you're still in your pajamas, Hai-chan. So you don't wake up at 8? I notice her hair is wet. Her curls are barely holding their shape. No, I thought I'd sleep a bit later since it's weekend and all, and I've been seriously sleep deprived this week. I honestly missed the poise in my words. But it's a good thing we came to wake you up. Great. You don't just barge in on a man's life and stop him from being able to sleep. Anyway, Hai-chan, I guess you would like to know why we're here, wouldn't you? It's not hard to guess, but I wish she wouldn't say the word she is going to say next. No! Would you like to skip class and go somewhere nice with us? Come again? Would you like to skip class and do something fun? I was certain they forced me to help them again with some slave work. Seriously? Misha grins and nods enthusiastically. I like this new approach they're taking, although I'm somewhat surprised that they would suggest skipping class, even if we have only half a day since it's Saturday. Aren't you too worried about constantly missing a class? Well, it doesn't seem to be a problem, Hai-chan. This school is pretty much at a standstill whenever this time rolls around. It's a Saturday too. Don't you want to do something fun? I'm amazed by how little they seem to care. Indeed. It's no good. Not that we're pressuring you to give us your company, but we thought you might like to hang out. So, would you like to join us? Come on, you have a lot more fun than just sitting here with your head on your desk. I guess I won't be missing anything important, nor would I be missed. Alright then, I don't think I'll be missing much. What do you have in mind? My eyes narrow with suspicion as a thought crosses into my mind. Wait, this isn't just some trick to get me to do some more student council stuff, right? No, of course not. And that's a really mean thing to just assume like that, Hai-chan. And besides, join the student council now, remember? If we wanted you to do something for us, we wouldn't have to trick you. Again. This is a kind of cohesion that is new to me. Only two pretty girls could pull it off. I allow myself to relax a bit. Maybe I'm being too paranoid. It seems like they may really just want to hang out. Nevertheless, no tricks? Nothing up your sleeves? No tricks. Stop being so paranoid. It's better than being naive, for goodness sakes. Well, if you say so. Suddenly I realise I still am wearing pyjamas. I wonder if you'd let me dress up first. Why, Hai-chan? You did just fine. Why are you saying this to us? I'd still prefer to wear something else. I close the door before she gets a chance to reply. Quickly put on my uniform. Stepping back into the hallway, I see Shizune and Michio engaged in an animated discussion. I wonder if people discussing and sighing ever accidentally poke each other in the eyes. While I'm contemplating this, Shizune taps me on the shoulder impatiently. So, we're planning on slipping into town, remember? But remember that tea shop we were at on Wednesday? Tea shop? You don't remember? Oh, you mean that cafe? Tea shop? It's called Shanghai. China is the birthplace of tea, you know. Come on, Hai-chan, I'll even treat you today. Not me. I mean Shai-chan. I don't know. It's nice. It's really relaxing. It's like half cafe, half restaurant, half sophisticated, half library. You mean quarter? Like, you've got 4 halves here. That's not physically possible to fit into 100%. What? That's a lot of halves. Yeah, there's only supposed to be 2 halves. Or like a half and 2 quarters. There's 4 quarters here. 9 3/4. Mamisha doesn't seem to notice that exactly. So come on, it's not often we have this much free time. With this kind of math equation skills of yours, Misha, I think you should not miss out on math classes. Half sophisticated, half library, half restaurant, half cafe. 200%. 2. If you're busy though, you don't have to. It's not like your presence is absolutely required. Well, thank you very much for ditching us like that. I've never seen more weakly disguised reverse psychology in my life. I feel kind of tired today, and my teachers in my class might want to know where I am. Maybe. On the other hand, I haven't really been into town at all since I got here, so there's a good reason to head there. Also, I could use something to eat. If it's Shizune's treat, even better. I'm totally broke. Back. My back. Alright, let's go. Lead the way. Great. Again with this stuff, we make it to the tea shop with a 15-minute walk. It seems that we are the only customers around. Maybe it's because everybody else has already gone to work or classes or something. It's always this quiet in the morning. By that I mean it's always this empty. No, this is kind of weird. Hey, this isn't a bad thing though, right? You're right. And here we are again. We take our seats at a large square wooden table, and it hits me that I don't know what this place serves. I just went with what Yuko recommends the last time. Hey, isn't there a menu or something? Nope. That was a strange amount of zest. So, hi-chan. Have you decided what you're going to order? I look around the store and can't see anything resembling a menu. I don't understand. What's up with this place? What gifts? Is it some kind of secret shop? Can you normally only enter here with a secret handshake, some kind of wink and a nod? Maybe they're part of the dark web and they can only communicate with hand gestures. Certain kind of hand gestures are very, very rude. Do you need someone to vouch for you? A blood oath? Damn it, it was nothing like this last time. I don't know. The last time I think I just got a coffee. What do they serve here? Tea! Well, that's not just tea, right? Not only tea, there's other stuff too, right? Clearly. Clearly like what? There are no menus here. Where are the menus? They're playing another joke on me. There's no way out of this. All I can do is brace myself for the inevitable oncoming burn. I almost want to walk out of the store, but I'm already sitting down. It'd be improper to leave now. The unspoken rules of polite social contact block my exit like a wall of fire. I decide to play it safe. I'll order what they order, and if it's acceptably manly enough. Why don't you two order before me? Ladies first, after all. Well played, Hi-Chow, but we already ordered. How? How's it possible? When? How? From who? We're regulars. We come here so often that we don't have to do that anymore. We just come here, our footsteps are so distinctive that they know what kind of footsteps that we play at. Great, it's those footsteps again. Right, we want a path raid, some green tea, and stuff like that. Well, I guess you've had enough. We're sitting on the menus, of course. I look around the other tables, there are no menus on any of them. That means they must just keep them in a big stack near the door or something. What have they to sit on? And what speed to grab them so quickly? Well, whatever. Can I have one then? Please? You can take one if you want, but you're not the kind of person who would do something that mischievous. Is that right? What is that word? I tell them that I just like some coffee and put my head down on the cool tabletop. Coffee! This is a very high establishment, and you're going to order coffee? I can tell that they're messing with me again. In that case, I'll have whatever you're having. Hi-chan. Sai-chan is drinking a special tea that is only grown in remote areas of India. So, what are you trying to play at? The tea is still handmade by a tribe of tea makers who have passed the methods down in their families for generations. Okay, what other gossip do you want to make out of this? They must wade through alligator-infested waters to obtain the leaves once a year. On each trip, some do not make it back alive. The situation sounds bad, but I don't think in this conduct of story this is actually believable. I can't drink that. I would feel too guilty. Then I'll have what you're having. I don't know what I'm... These two are seriously going to give me a headache. You're talking in roundabouts. Fine. Then I want the tea that people died for. No, never mind, I'll have coffee. If this is a very high establishment, then they should have very high class coffee, right? No one died for it, right? The perfect answer. There's no way they can stand against it. Shizune shrugs as if to say well played. They still don't answer my second question. Misha calls for Yuko, who brings over our drinks and a single incredibly tiny yellow cake with a little black plastic fork stuck in it for each of us. I eat my cake in one bite, amazed by how it's possible the least filling thing I've ever eaten. And, hi Chan, do you have any plans for tomorrow? What do you want? Misha takes a gulp of her tea. Something sounding very, well, suspiciously high class, even though it looks like ordinary tea. She drinks with incredible recklessness considering how hot it is. The exact opposite of Shizune, or Lily. Plans. That sounds ominous. Plans? Yes. Yes, I am incredibly busy tomorrow. In fact, I have so much to do that I will not have any free time at all. That's right, none whatsoever. And everything I have to do is extremely important. Very, very important. Misha giggles, clearly not buying it, and then signs it all back to Shizune, who nods slowly and deliberately while looking very amused. Suddenly she leans forward, staring analytically at my face like a human lie detector, waiting for the smallest tell to give me away. After at least a minute of this, she sits back down in her seat and takes a sip of tea. Okay, Hi-chan, if you're that busy, we don't have anything to do tomorrow, so we thought maybe you would want to hang out with us at the festival. You're new here anyway, right? Right? So we thought we would show you around and have some fun together, but if you're that busy, we understand. Oh well, oh well. For both of them shrugged together in perfect sync, as if they rehearsed it. Great. Hi-chan, you're so paranoid. And you'll never beat me anyway, so why bother getting so worked up about it? Wow, Sai-chan. Beat you? What are you talking about? Don't be steered into her coercion of words. Is she talking about the coercion? I never realized that it was just a game to her. I thought I was the only one who saw it as a completion. You know, eh? Do you, Hi-chan? Because I don't. You can't outwit me. Oh, well, Hi-chan, not me. What are you talking about, Sai-chan? I can see Shizune smiling craftily, daring me to enter this battle of wits and wills with her. When he is pushed to the edge of despair, a man has no choice but to sink, or gasp at the fleeting wisps of hope, fight with all his power against the inevitables of his fate and struggle against the impossible. For even if he fails, at least fail knowing that he dared greatly. Or something like that. Well, we'll see about that. Don't underestimate me. Don't you have to follow through to make good on that, Hi-chan? Oh well, I could get lucky. Don't count out that possibility. You won't. I will, wait. Let's make a wager on it then. I don't care about competition. That's a blatant lie. Well, what exactly do you mean? That's obvious if you don't know. Neither do I. Wah. Shall we settle then? Alright, alright. What? Do you hear what I just said? Now all that's left is the stakes. What the winner wins, or more interestingly, what the loser loses. Hey! This is a very dangerous game I'm playing. Shizune herself is a very dangerous girl. If she can only think in terms of winning or losing, if she views every time but I talk of her as some kind of battle of wills, I don't think I could take it. That kind of thing drives people insane. She's too Machiavellian. Before this, I'd assumed she was just kind of static. But nevertheless, I'm interested. In hindsight, I realise that I just challenged her to what is essentially a duel without any walls that won't end until one of us... What? I guess that's it. That's so vague. What are the conditions of winning and losing? The first person to feel stupid loses? I don't know. I've never had to think of anything like this before. Never? Never. So you've never gambled, Hi-chan? No. Gambling is dangerous. It's all entirely dependent on luck. Just like YouTube analytics are. I'm surprised you two have. Oh, come on. It's just for fun. Anyway, between friends, it's about causing humiliation, suffering, and absolute despair. Isn't that the point? Shizune puts a finger to her temple thoughtfully. How about this, Hi-chan? If you lose, you have to go to school one day without any pants on. No, because I don't want to get caught for public nudity. Are you insane? Although in comparison to what I was afraid she would say, it's pretty mild. Can't we just bet money like normal people? It's not like you could match my wager if we did. Now it's your turn, but nothing perverted, understand? Oh yeah, because not walking around with any pants on is not perverted at all, not whatsoever. Walking around with only our underwear on, for goodness sakes. For goodness sakes, Shizune. It doesn't look like you would do the same thing if we projected that same kind of question to you. Double standards. I think I need more time. This is going to have me constantly on edge for weeks. Okay, come on, you should both hurry up. Your drinks are getting cold. I quickly down the rest of my coffee as Shizune does the same, staring at me with a fierce look of competition in her eyes. It seems like a waste for her to be gulping down something that someone may have died for her to enjoy. Hi, Chan. Are you sure you don't want to hang out tomorrow? A lot of people are looking forward to it. You don't want to miss out. I mumble unintelligently at her. I don't really understand. It's time to think. Shizune's drink is smaller, but I can consume mine faster. If Shizune finishes her drink first, she might skip out on paying, leaving me to pick up the tab, even though she said the drinks were on her. Because I have no money on me, I would be humiliated, and therefore this could be considered a loss. If I finish first, the laws of chivalry would make me look like a jerk, as I would need to run out of this tea house, leaving her to pay for everything. This could also be considered a loss. She would use that. The events of a draw, she may attempt to run out of a door, and I'll probably do the same. This might lead to a collision of a door, which would be humiliating, but not overly so. And Mesh would be left to pick up the tab. This is really childish. I'm a little disappointed in Shizune, and myself. Well, Hi-chan, it'd be really nice if we could all celebrate how well we put everything together for the festival by taking a look at our handiwork. Misha seems oblivious to the fact that an epic battle of wills is raged in front of her. I nod slowly and down the last of my coffee. Well, I am finished enjoying my drink. I guess it's time for me to leave, and I am going to leave now. Calmly. You too, Sai-chan? Why are you two acting so weird? I quickly walk out of the door and Shizune follows. Misha is going to have to foot the bill. Sorry, Misha. Catching up to me, Shizune quickly pushes her glasses up and presses a note into my hand. If you lose, you have to come out with us tomorrow. See if you can win today? That's kind of cocky, Shizune. I forgot for a second that she can't hear me. Right now, she seems much cuter than she usually is, smiling softly with a hint of confidence coming through. Shizune looks energetic and carefree, although it could just be the caffeine. She winks and extends her hand for a handshake. I wonder if there's a buzzer in there and she plans to shock me, but that doesn't seem to be like something she would do, so I accept. With a squeeze, she pushes another note into my hand. I momentarily think that there's a buzzer and wonder if the shock could kill me. Shizune smirks and then runs off. You probably don't know how to get back to the school from here. There'll be work waiting for you when you do. See you then. I crush the note in my fist dramatically, but no one is there to see it, and that makes me sad. I wonder if it's too late to go back to the shop and ask Misha for directions, but then again, I gave her a hard time for not knowing the way here, so I can't allow her to storm off me for not knowing the way back. And if I ask her, Shizune could see it as a victory. No, it's not necessary. The school is on the top of a damn hill. How hard could it be to find? I may be slightly directionally challenged, but I'm sure that even I can do this. And you're... Okay, I was about to say you're lost there. After an hour and a half later, I walk the long paved path leading from the gates to the main building. Ha 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 ha! Just the person we're waiting for, so you made it here eventually, Hi-chan. Good. Now it's time for work. More work. Misha and Shizune had laid an ambush for me in the main lobby of the ground floor, and I walked straight into it. I should just circle around the school like I had originally planned, but I thought I was overreacting and being silly. Misha is waving a thick stack of printouts in my general direction, taunting me. We sort of need your help. Sort of. It's either yes or no. Do or do not. There is no try. There is no sort of. There is yes or no. We need your help. You will... You're not giving us a goddamn choice here, you know. Misha speaks of her usual playful, carefree manner, but even so I can hear Shizune's unnervingly hard severity behind it. That sounds like an order. Really? Is it? Yes! Do you not see Shizune's facial expression right about now? That seems like an order. And no, you're not being cute at any means. Eh? Is it? Sorry, Chan. I guess it is. She doesn't sound very sorry at all. I thought we had almost everything done by now, but it turns out we have all these signs to attach to backing boards. More hands make light work. And everybody wins. Yay. This is your duty after all, as a member of the Student Council, which you are a part of. As a member of the Student Council. Great. It's a simple task, so getting out of the way now would be good. It's not that much work. A small thing, really. Small to you, but for us it's like a giant thing that extends far beyond the lens of the camera itself. And we really appreciate your help. Really appreciate it. Besides, it's time to pay it back for us treating you so nicely. So the tea shop was a trap after all. You two-timing scoundrels. Don't say that. It was completely unrelated. We wanted to celebrate you joining the council. But why should she bring that up then? But no buts. You're coming with us. Again with this. I don't even get to finish my sentence as they grab me by the arms and try to pull me towards their office. Can't you trust me to just walk there on my own two legs? Misha laughs giddily as she and Shizune exchange sly looks behind my back. How dare they? I don't really have a choice in this, Hai-chan. There are two of us, and don't even try to get away now. Don't take us lightly. Hai-chan, it's your duty to help us anyway. As a member of a... Okay, you keep going on. As a member of the Student Council, Alright. How could I forget? But seriously, aren't there other people who could help you? Like who, Hai-chan? I don't know, like the hundreds of other pupils in this school, for example? Oh, for goodness sakes. This is real bad. You were fine with helping us yesterday. Yesterday is not today. And anyone who isn't me. Why don't you have anyone else in the council? With that contorted face again. That's what we'd like to know. Misha's laughter explodes through the hall. She doesn't notice the grimace of my face at all. That's why it's just the two of them, is it? Alright. Okay. I'll help you. Misha runs her tongue over her teeth, looking quite pleased. That's my Hai-chan. I knew we could trust you. So predictable. Yes, when we get to the Student Council, my jaw drops. The number of signs, backing boards, and signposts is insane, and you said there was nothing odd. They're stacked all over the place like building materials at a construction site. Something I let Shizune and Misha know right off the bat. There are so many signboards here, you could probably build a second wall around the school with them. Really? Well, there are a lot of them, so maybe... No? How did you know that, Shai-chan? Really? Don't tell her she's actually considered it. Shizune hesitates and pushes her glasses up a bit as Misha lets out a very uneasy sounding laugh, so she has considered it. That's irrelevant, Hai-chan. Can you get on with making the signs, please? Alright. It's not like we have a choice in this, otherwise we'll have these two close to our screens again, one of them with the... And one of them with the... You can guess which one's which, for goodness sakes. Right to left. I feel sort of lied to, though. I thought you said it wouldn't be that much work. Well, Sai-chan meant it wouldn't be that much work for us. Someone has to supervise you while you do this, you know, to make sure you're doing it right, and those people will be us. So what are you two going to do? The weather is perfect for this scenario. Rain. Lots of rain. It said it was going to be thunder today, but there's been none so far, which is a delight. Oh dear, what to talk about? I don't know, how's your days going, guys? I think that is a better scenario than watching this unfold, for goodness sakes. Oh, goodness sakes, so if it wasn't for me, I think you two would just be doing as normal. That means it's only 50% production. This is not a win-win situation for any of us. For none of us, actually. No, that was just a joke, Hi-chan. We'll help out too, of course. The student council was really supposed to have a lot more people. This is just a bad year. Fewer people than usual, even though we already didn't have many the year before. And then there's just a lot more work than before too. Besides, Sai-chan likes working with you, and so do I. We've accomplished a lot more than we normally could, you know. I can accept that. Lately, they've been looking a little fatigued every time I see them. Student council work is apparently a 24-hour-a-day thing, and from what I've seen and heard, there are just the two of them, but I guess I'll make it 3. They must work almost non-stop. I wonder how much time they spend working in this room when I don't see them. And I've even glimpsed Misha taking naps sometimes without Shizune at her side, by herself. Shizune has to be working 60-hour weeks during her student council duties, on top of regular classes. What the hell? 2 hours pass and I reach for a tack only to find the box is empty. Shizune grabs it before I can even say anything. She smiles, tossing it expertly into a trash can along with another empty box of tacks. So you're out too, Hi-chan? Don't worry, Sai-chan says she'll get some more. We're in for a box too, but me and Sai-chan decided to wait until you need the new box as well before... What? Something about that strikes me as odd. Wait, we both ran out of tacks just now? Wow, what a weird coincidence, huh? Well actually, Hi-chan, we ran out 20 minutes ago, and there's just one spare box of tacks for one we gave to you. And you were flying through these pretty quickly, so we thought that we should wait until we both have no more tacks before getting more. Then Sai-chan could get fresh boxes of tacks for all of us at the same time. You know, for efficiency, yeah. Only needs to go 1 trip rather than 2 trips for the same amount of people. Shizune nods, preparing to step out of the door. Wait a second. So what did you two do for the past 20 minutes? Nothing, of course. What can we do? We had no tacks, Sai-chan. I meant for, like, actual work. Shizune and Mei-chan exchanges knowing glances before they give me a perfectly synchronized and incredibly exaggerated simultaneous shrug. I see, so you decided to take a break. Clever. Oh, we know it was clever. Whose idea was it? But both of us, of course, of course. Well, Hi-chan, it was all Shai-chan's idea. I turned immediately to Shai-chan, who gave me a curt wave and a surprisingly cheery smile before quickly vanishing out of the door. Well, then, why didn't you just say you wanted to take a break, like you were doing a roundabout for such a simple thing to say? I used to think that Shizune and Misha were polar opposites. Misha always seems so energetic and playful like any other girl. Shizune, on the other hand, always seems distant, aggressively manipulative and vaguely scary, but distant. There were times when I thought that she had no sense of humor. As cute as she was, I'd almost never seen her smile, not to mention all the other things. The analytical stare, the permanently stoic expression, and even her penmanship, so mechanically precise that everything she writes looks typed. But Shizune and Misha aren't really as different as I thought. I'm a little surprised. Why? Shizune. I didn't know that she'd like to joke around like that. What I mean to say is, I didn't know that she could act so girlish. It was actually pretty cute. You would be surprised, Hi-chan? Well, I didn't know you and her were so close either the first time I saw you. I've always been curious as to how these two met. Do you two go far back or something? Childhood friends? Next door neighbours? Sorry, Hai-chan. It's not anything like that, even if it would be cuter that way. When I came to the school, they just placed me next to Sai-chan, and she looked like a very serious person. And I thought, I'm going to be spending the rest of the year next to this person maybe. So it'd be nice if we could be friends, but I wonder if she'll like me. And I've learnt that she was deaf, you know, Hai-chan. The first time I thought she was just ignoring me. But luckily, I knew a little sign language, and we became friends. I want to know where Misha learned how to sign, but I guess that's something for another time. The library would have resources on sign language. Now I guess we're always together. It's nice, I've always wanted someone to listen to me, and I think Sai-chan likes having someone to talk to, so everyone wins. Heh, that's nice. That's it? You're disappointed, Sai-chan. What were you expecting? You know, Hai-chan, I don't think it means Sai-chan thanked you properly. For what? Join the student council. You've been a real help to us, Hai-chan. I think I will get a lot more sleep now. Well, I'm glad I could help, if it helps a young woman sleep at night. That's an interesting thing to say, Hai-chan. Sai-chan really appreciates you helping us out too. Speaking of the devil. At that moment, Shizune steps back into the room looking slightly annoyed and sipping offhandedly from a juice box. She throws 2 boxed attacks on the floor with a weary smile. On the floor, that is very irresponsible. Ah, Sai-chan! Misha opens her mouth to speak, but then quickly closes it as Shizune suddenly crumples her juice box with a crunch like the sound of breaking bones. I could tell that each harsh, quaking hand gesture is most likely an effort. What's she saying? It was just very hard to get these. I guess that is an understatement, Sai-chan. Shizune calms down a bit, straightening her glasses and lightly brushing her bangs back with one finger. It really wasn't a big deal in retrospect? That's forward thinking of you. Alright then, I guess the 2 of us should get back to work, Hai-chan. Sure, why not? And it's late in the evening. By the time we're done with the signs, it's already getting dark out. I didn't expect a sign like this to take so long, but then again, if it were that easy, I doubt Shizune and Misha would have asked for my help. Shizune falls into a nearby chair, cracking her knuckles systematically and letting out a muted yawn. That's all for today, I guess. That's a good thing, Sai-chan. I'm very tired too. That took longer than expected. You agree? We didn't expect it to take so long either. Not as planned. Oh, I'm so hungry. I just realised I haven't eaten all day. That is very irresponsible of you, even though you did eat all those tacks. Now that I think about it, I have eaten nothing since I woke up this morning. But right now, I'm almost too tired to think about food. I think they already stopped serving dinner. That can't be happening, Hai-chan. Can you think of any way we can obtain food? Obtain food? I don't like her tone of voice. Why not order out? Oh, that's right, I guess I could do that. Order out? From where? From a local takeaway. From town, of course. I didn't know they delivered to the school. Well, what are you going to get? Maybe some Chinese food? Hey, now you're talking my language. As long as you're going to... Can I get it on... As long as you're going to, can I get in on it too? I'm also pretty hungry. Hai-chan, you should have just said so in the first place. What's that? It's your treat? That's great, that's great. That's true, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here so late, Sai-chan. Misha quickly grabs a menu from a drawer behind her and begins to enter the number slowly and carefully, as if she's used to messing it up. What do you want, Hai-chan? Well, I guess I'll just have some dumplings. I raise my hand, a gesture of thanks to Shizune, who responds with a very faint split-second smile. Hai-chan, Sai-chan is paying for everything tonight, so it's all on her, so you can afford to splurge a little. Some shrimp fried rice too, then. Alright, and you, Sai-chan? A Chinese omelette? Okay then. Hey, monsieur, does it really mean omelette? Can I see that again? Sure, like this, like this. And this is for what you ordered. Dumplings. Shrimp fried rice. I'm going to get soup and a stir fry. You say that like this. And here's how much it'll cost. 3,685 yen. Well, I don't know in how many situations I'll need to remember such an exact number. Okay, I'm going to order now. Unless anyone wants something else. No objections? Alright then. And Shizune impatiently twirls a pair of chopsticks between her fingers as we wait for the food to arrive. Hey, where'd you get these? This isn't the first time we've ordered out, Hai-chan, and they always give us a ton of chopsticks for some reason, even though we tell them we're only 2 people. And you two have accumulated a lot of them from a lot of long nights eating takeout in the office? That's exactly it. I'm overstating it. That's right, Sai-chan. Hey, Hai-chan, did you know that once we've collected 100 pair of chopsticks from ordering out, we'll be able to take over the universe? That's an exaggeration itself. I used to think that too when I was little. Hai-chan, are you good at breaking them down the middle? I can never do it right. So I found the little pile of chopsticks Shai-chan has saved up and practiced on at least 20 of them. She was really mad about that. I'll let her laugh as Shizune turns bright red with indignation. I didn't know she had such a childish side. Someone as mature as she is certainly can have a childish side to her. When the food arrives, I dig in heartedly, drinking one of the tiny cans of soda Shizune brought for us from one of the vending machines in the hall. Thanking them both for the food, I head back to my dorms, ready to turn in for the night. The dorms are eerily quiet for the sound of portable TVs and radios murmuring unintelligibly behind thin walls. It's quiet here at night, and very peaceful. I can hear the crickets chirping outside my window, and see actual stars when I look up. So I try to fall asleep as quickly as I can, only feeling slightly robbed of my Saturday. Slightly robbed. Slightly is a big word. Well, a lesser word of what it actually is. Okay, it's festival day, and unfortunately, folks, that is all of the time that there is going to be for this day of Katawa Shoujo. We're not even on the route yet, but we've had enough differences to call it more than just an episode, for goodness sakes. Yeah, the next day I woke up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Exactly. So, will we rejoin this game? Because I believe it is the day of the festival again. And we shall see each other in the next time of Katawa Shoujo. I am very happy to get back into this game from my computer hiatus. Thank you all so much for watching, folks, and take care of yourselves.